Okay guys, so let's review the yesterday yesterday's trading and see what trade I would have took because I was really seeing something nice. So actually we were seeing this weekly CB actually. Yeah, I know here's a bit messy, so we're gonna hide it up. Okay, so we're seeing, so as you can see, this weekly CB will be the important one. So yeah, weekly CB, previous week high, and previous 2 week high. So that will all be the draws for the downside because I'm only interested in downside. So this spike up right here was during the CPI time, and so was only interested in lower prices. So let's show it all back, and I think I'll just use the eraser right here. Just erase it up. Okay, so this weekly CB, we'll have a look at that. Okay, because when you go lower time frame, there's a daily CB there. Okay, look at that. Yeah, we got an old daily CB right here. Inside the weekly CB, which is here. Okay, inside the weekly CB, so we can see actually the weekly CB portion here is close to the upper portion. See, it's also right at the upper portion. Okay, 6074.5. Yeah, 6.5 is the weekly CB upper portion, and you can see we didn't even come to it. We went so close, but we just reversed there. So that was telling what? That was telling me firmness to the downside. On daily chart, you can see this is the lower quadrant of the daily CB. So there's an old daily CB right here, as you can see, an old daily CB, and this is the weekly CB. Okay, so you can see I draw the quadrants at the daily CB. So later we will go ahead and see what the weekly CB can do also. Okay, the quadrant also. I'll just make it the dark one. So this is the weekly CB upper quadrant, and this is the daily CB lower quadrant, which is not reached. And because it was so close to it and it didn't reach, rejects lower beautifully. So let's see the high here, it comes at 6074.75. So just off by one tick from the daily CB lower quadrant, and just splash lower, rejection is lower. So this is rejection is expected because CPI was going up one side, so I was only expecting lower prices. This is the first thing. And the second thing is that the fact that it didn't even touch the upper quadrant of the weekly CB and the lower quadrant of the daily CB, that is telling us firmness as well. So let's go down to a 15-minute chart. And as you can see, I was doing a demo trade, and the demo trade I was literally saying that, okay, yeah, let's take away this. Yep, I saw it touch, but actually it haven't touched because look at the high, off by one tick. it's okay. So actually then when I was seeing the 3-minute chart, I think forgotten. Okay, never mind. 5-minute chart is fine also, but 5-minute chart you can't really see the CV right here. Yeah, you can actually see it. Okay, this CB. So this 5-minute CB right here, and this CE wick also. Okay, this was this poly CE wick. Can see the rejection. See a beautiful reject at upper quadrant and at C of it, beautiful. Then next is this 5-minute CB. I will just put it here first. Yep, this 5-minute CB will go down to 3-minute and C, and here you will see that there's a SMT here, okay? If I pull Nasdaq out, you can see Nasdaq form a open high 22092.75, this one 22094, so higher high. S&P also a more prominent higher high, at the same time Dow lower high. So here is the SMT. Here's the SMT for me to trust that okay, it's going lower, it's going to start going lower. This is an intermittent high. So we go down 3-minute. And we go on 3-minute. This is the 5-minute CB, but so I can refine it down to the 3-minute one. Yeah, then you can see here I use it as entry, and was just getting my 5 handles. So 5 handles were offered, and I destroyed my stop loss down here, and I got stopped out. But then you see later price later there is draw back down, draw back lower to where? To the CE wick here, okay? And to this orange line, to this CE wick here, beautifully rejects higher. Rejects higher back up to the CE wick of 5-minute here, okay? Here, let's go back to 5-minute. Rejects up back to the came all the way back up to the CE wick here and stops it here, because actually you can see here is actually a balanced price range, okay? See bodies and wicks overlapping. See it's like up, down, then boom, leave the range. So come up, if it's bearish it should hold resistance here, held resistance beautifully, okay? Here as you can see, if I measure this CE wick, it might be also the same. So let's measure and see. I'll just use usual on this one. Okay, it came up above the bodies a bit. That might be a mohawk, but never mind, because today was a high resistance, so all this is just literally mohawks. So I'm just closing it. Then wait for displacement. So on 5-minute we got a displacement here, displacement fair value gap. So at 11 something, displacement fair value gap here, when we were having the reaction in the CE wick here. And Nasdaq also was having the same displacement. You can see not the price was not really nice, okay, but then later it went lower. See if I'm there, 6059. Yeah, so this is a 500 stop loss, but you can see it displays lower but reject at the first AM fair value gap here, came out into this fair value gap, shoots lower. Then we can try to measure the Fulcrum point here. See if we get any levels. We want to get the 1.25 level here. Yep, so we're off by the 1.25 level, but we came down, whoops through the sell side here, but once again leaving this sell side here, which here was where I was aiming for. Okay, these relative equal lows. So yes, 0.25. 605 and 6045. Let's say use the Caylot's model. Enter here, Fulcrum point, and I'll take profit at here. Or here we got the C of the new opening range gap. Yep, it's 0.5 level. And then the end dog, I will take it also. Then we came back. See the reaction at the weekly CB here, guys. Volume balance, reaction. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Bam. Okay. Then later we came back up again. So today the first fair value gap was not much. Doesn't have much effect on the price action really. Yeah, so basically this was the trade that I was just aiming for. It's back to the end dog and clear the sell side. So eventually later around PM session it came down and cleared the sell side. So we have a look at that. Yeah, here a nice fair value gap. After buy side being cleared here at 1:30, we start the PM session and we literally start going lower. So always guys, time then price. So here respected the same CB. I'm gonna see if we have any SMT. Okay, here S&P higher high. Okay, watch this higher high. When Nasdaq at the same one forms a here 2 times lower high. So first is here and here, second is here and here. When Dow forms a higher high, so once again we have SMT here, with dollar just consolidating, so it's all good. Dow higher high, lower high, higher high. When Nasdaq here, lower high, higher high, higher high. So we got 2 SMT confirmation right here. So can enter as a CB. Okay, I'll enter here. 6053 and stop loss will be here. 6059, so 6 handles. Oh, let's go down 1 minute now and see. And then I go down 3 minutes first. If they have a look, yeah. So here we got the displacement, but the rejection over here. But definitely this is a displacement, guys. But we have relative equal highs above. So when there's relative equal highs above, if you don't know the context, it's very hard to trust this trade, because when there's a CB here and relative equal highs. But actually the order flow was bearish already, because we reached the daily and the weekly CB. That reaction here goes lower, goes lower, goes lower, and the sell side is just too clean. So from here starts the entry at 11:12 p.m. and then 11:30 starts the lunch hour. So 11:30 you can see price just gravitates lower to the C wick, cleared the sell side here, cleared the sell side during 9:45, and Genius small sell side, then rejects higher, up back to where? Back to a premium price, came up to clear buy side here, and here is where it formed the SMTs. Right, just now we was just seeing the SMTs 1139, and here these two the SMPs. Then we reject lower, bearish market structure shift at the new opening range gap low, boom boom boom. We close above, okay, we close below the first value gap, and here when the end pops here, I can take my entry. Stop loss has to be placed where? Stop loss has to be placed here, okay? Because but actually here's a balanced price range plus this BC. So this BC inversion fair value gap. So I actually don't expect this fair value gap to be filled. So my stop loss can be just placed above here. 6052. Entry will be 6048. So just 4 handles. Because look at this. Here we got a BC. Trades up. Now we trade through it. So when you trade through, here's balanced price range already. So this fair value gap is a breakaway gap. I don't expect this fair value gap to be filled because we close below the CE. We close below the first AM fair value gap. So here we got a BC as well. So I'm expecting this fair value gap to literally stay open. So I can enter here. Or at the volume balance here. If I enter a volume balance, stop loss also has to be above here. 6051. So 6052. Then let's say from here 6047 to 6040.5, it will give me my 5 handles to the first target end lock, then smash through the sell side here beautifully, and then later through the sell side, then smash through another sell side which is right here, and which coincide with the previous week high as well. Smash through that as well, and yeah, basically that is it for me already. Once it smashed through the sell side and the previous week high, and maybe the previous week high. Okay, we have a look. Okay, yeah, to previous week high and P2WH. Okay, we have a look. Then I'm done. Okay, I literally smashed through the first previous week high, which coincide with this relative equal lows, guys. So this was the sell side that I was aiming for today, and I mean yesterday. Smash it through, retrace to a premium from where? From here down to here. You can see we retrace right in the premium, guys. So we retrace into a premium. The first fair value in premium coincide with the sell side we just cleared. There you go. So right there will be your entry. So we are not looking at any fair value. So we are not looking to enter at this one here, because this one is in the discount. If you want to go short when price has already pulled down, you want it to enter premium. So here is the premium price, and this is that CE week 6036.35, so 6036.25. Okay, so this fair value gap, yeah, real support turn to resistance, guys. Okay, when there's fair value gap, after you clear the sell side, displays lower, here you can enter. But remember, if you enter here, your stop loss has to be above, at least above the end dog here, because price can come back up to it. So this is rather big one, but let's have a look at 3 minute. Then we'll close this. Okay, yeah, here look at the really difficult lows and the one here. Yeah, so basically these two, this was right before CPI, damaged both sides. engineered sell side, CPI ran up, so here was left alone. So definitely here is where we are expecting price to reach for. And okay, this is on a 3-minute chart. We can see here we form a, okay, on 3-minute chart, form an immediate rebalance. Okay, it's an immediate rebalance. Low 6042, high 6042. Okay, so on 3-minute chart we form an immediate rebalance right at the new opening range gap upper quadrant. Okay guys, so I'll draw this. Okay, later we have a look also. So we form immediate rebalance here, displacement through. So this is a IOFED and spook through the P2WH, which is previous 2-week high, and that will be it for me. So let's see why is it a IOFED, because first we have a displacement through the sell side, and yeah, so this one here, this fair value gap. So we gotta look to the left. Okay, if you look to the left, okay, we displace, but when you look to the left, right, what do you see? Because when I look to the left, I'm seeing this CE wick that dealt the damage and held as support. So this CE wick is very important. Let's put usual, and then let's go setting 0 and 1, we take it away. Let's just leave the 0.5 level, and then you can see price came up. This is what's it called, balanced price range. Okay guys, yeah, remember when there's a CB, look to the left. When there's a CE wick, you gotta draw it. Okay, so this 6031.25 is important level, and another important level that we will see, and we will close this, okay guys, is this one. I'll see this wick. Okay, so you can see beautiful rejection, but here I'm already seeing only here on this portion. Okay, so now let's go 1 minute, and then we'll close this, guys. I gotta go do my workout already. Yep, beautiful. This is the C wick that I was saying lower. That was where at below the sell side, which during CPI created and re-engineered the sell side. Look at that. That's why it came out here. Bodies telling stories. So this bodies telling stories, trades up to it. And here's where I just pop in. I'll just enter short. Okay. My stop loss will just be, let's say I enter short at here. 6032, my stop loss has to be, so here 6041. Yeah, it has to be there first until it shows that it forms an ITH, swing low, trade lower, then I'll slowly trail my stop loss lower. So let's do some measurement here. Let's see what we get. And yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it for today. That means at 2:17, I'm basically done.